Welcome everyone to Knitting with Sherri. I'm going to show you how to correct mistakes today. First side I'm going to do is the purl side. We're going to drop a stitch in, we're going to let it run, and we're going to show you how to pick that up. So if we're working the purl side and we're going along as to purl, okay, and then all of a sudden we get to this one and it slips off. Let's just say it slips off. And if you go ahead and pick it up right away with one of your needles, that would be a good save, okay? And then you just slip it back on your needle. But let's say it fell off and it started to run, for instance, like a pair of pantyhose. This will run. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to take a crochet hook. First, we're going to turn our work, okay? We're going to turn it around to the knit side. Okay, then you're going to take a crochet hook and you're going to make sure that the loop is facing you, and you're going to put your hook inside the loop. Okay, now you have some strands back here, and what you're going to do is you're going to go up the ladder towards the top. So if your work was like this would be the closest one to the loop, then the next one. Okay, so what you're going to do is go under. You're going to always take your loop first, put your crochet hook in, take the first one next to the loop, and then you're going to work upward. So you're going to take the horizontal strand and you're going to pull it through. So what you're doing is you're going through the loop and under the horizontal strand. Okay, like that. And we're going to do it again to get the next strand. And you'll do that all the way to the top. Okay, so now that it's on the needle, just kind of hold your needle straight up and down and take your left needle and put it into the front of that loop. And now you can discard your crochet hook, however you do it. Okay, so now that you've picked up your stitch, you can turn your work back around and continue working. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to turn it back. We're going to look at where we're at. Okay, this stitch hasn't been worked yet, so we're going to slip that back onto the left needle because we need to work that stitch. Okay, so let's go ahead and work off the purls so I can get to the knit side to show you how to do the knit. Pick up the knit stitch on the knit side. Bear with me. I've got 2 more stitches. 1, 2. Okay. Whoops. There. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to do it on the knit side. Okay. So we're knitting along. Going is to knit. And one of our stitches slips off. No, it never does it when I'm trying to do it. So let's do that again. Okay. As we're slipping it off, it just slips off, okay? And it does do this, okay? So right away, you can go ahead and pick that stitch up, return it to your needle, and again, you want to go through the front of that stitch. You don't want to twist your stitches, okay? I'm going to go right through the front. There. So we have it back on. You just go right through the front. Alright, now if it was to run, for instance, it would go straight down that line and it would run like a pair of pantyhose. So I'm going to do a couple of these strands. I'm going to take them out. If you kind of pull it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, but you can do it with your needle too. Okay, and here's your strand. So you want to pick it up as quickly as possible so don't go all the way down. But it could. And you could still do this. Okay, it's just a lot more you have to do. Alright. I'm trying to figure out which way my strand's going here. Okay, so what you're going to do is take your crochet hook at this time because you're already on the knit side. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and take your crochet hook in to the loop, always in the loop first. You're going to take the strand closest to the loop and work your way up each strand to the top. So you're going under that strand, You're going to pull it through your loop like so. And I didn't get all my strands, so I'm going to have to take it out and redo it. We'll make sure you have everything. This is a 4-ply yarn, so you have to make sure you get all your strands in there. Actually, it looks like, yeah, it is a 4-ply. Okay, and then you do it again. You got your needle, you hold it straight up and down. You don't want to twist your stitch. Go in with your left needle to the front and take that stitch off of there. If you have to pull it up. Alright, then you can just pull your crochet hook out. Alright, so that's how you correct those mistakes. I've showed you the purl correction and the knit correction. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to knit across real quick, so bear with me. I'm going to show you one more mistake that had been made and how to correct it. Okay. All right. Okay, so right here you can see, I don't know if you can see it, it looks pretty clear, but right here, this is the V side of the right side of your material, but right in here, there's a mistake. I don't know if you can see it, but let's see. Right in there, right there. There's some pearls that weren't supposed to be there. Okay, and you can see it on the other side as well. So if you're on the purl side, you have, if you see here, you have some V's right in here. Okay, and also right below it. Alright, so in order to correct that, it's so far down in our work, and let's say we had a big project and we had hundreds of stitches across well, the only way to get down and remove that is to take your needle totally out. And I know this is scary, but you have to do that to get down there. And you just unravel. You've done a lot of work, but you don't want that to show up in your work, especially if you've been working months on a sweater. You want it to look nice. So you just take the time. I know if you have hundreds of stitches, that's a pain. And when you get down there, here's my mistake. You just want to go a little slower. Get that out of there. And don't take it out of the last one until you put your needle in. Unless you know exactly where that needle is going to come out at. You just stick your needle in there. And then pull that little strand out. Alright, now if you didn't catch that and you kept pulling that, it could take all these strands out and you would have to go an extra line. Alright, so now that it's okay now, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your needle in and come in the front of each of these stitches. You don't want to twist your stitches. You want to put them on exactly the way they came off your needle. You don't want to twist those stitches. So basically, you could have done it one by one with a stitch holder, but and I'm holding close to the top, and the reason I'm doing that is because if that yarn starts unraveling, it's going to, do a lot of damage. So you want to kind of hold those. And you can keep your, one needle in and take off, one stitch at a time if you choose to do that. It would take a lot longer, especially if you had to go way down in the middle of your work and you had hundreds of stitches across your needle. It's easier just to take them all off. You can save them on a stitch holder if you want and do it off that. But there we go. Our work is corrected and you can start back doing your knitting. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps. And if you have any comments or you want to shoot me a thumbs up, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.